Also going over the medication where I got it from my telehealth company, as well as why did I start. And so I started through Row was my telehealth company that I used to get my PA approved. My PA was approved probably the same day, if not the next day. The cost of the service, I believe, is roughly about $150 a month for them to run your insurance. But for myself, I actually started with 2.5, and my experience on 2.5 was fairly different from myself. I remember first, I was a little nervous about taking my shot, so um, I did eat before. I said, okay. So I ate, and then I took my shot somewhere around 8 p.m. And I remember taking it because I usually go to bed around 7. But for this particular day, I went to bed at 8 p.m. And I took my shot. Wrote down my lot number, wrote down all my information pertaining to what was taken, what I took on that particular shot. And I jotted it down, and then I took my shot and went to sleep. I remember waking up in the middle of the night. My mouth was so dry. So I ran downstairs and I grabbed myself a water. I was like, I am super thirsty. So one of the clear things is I was like, oh my gosh, so maybe you get really thirsty on this medication. And I was like, okay, so that's fine. So then I then said, after that, I was like, what am I gonna do about the next thing, right? I woke up in the middle of the night, which was like abnormal for me to be like waking up in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Woke up and I was like running to the bathroom. I think I maybe slept for like 30 minutes, and then I woke back up. And so I was going to the bathroom again. So I was like, okay. So 3 times that I was woken up through the night. But me going to work with it, I didn't feel like I had frequent bathroom visits while I was up. I think I was going pretty normal, but I was drinking a lot of water. I didn't feel nauseous or anything. Actually, in that morning, I grabbed a juice. And so when I say grab the juice, I grabbed juice from a juicing place. And they basically had spinach, kale, just a lot of vegetables. So I had cucumbers and an apple in it, blended down as basically juicing. So I did that for my whole month of 2.5. I'm juicing in the morning time from like you say 8 in the morning to about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And then I would then begin to say, okay, I'm gonna have a snack, and then I will have my dinner. Um, and so I did that for the whole month. I also decided to work out. Started to go to the gym, and in those moments, I actually was fairly surprised at me not being like tired. I weighed myself, and like I said, I was down about 10 pounds. And I want to say 10 pounds because I believe that's what it was, or very close to it. And over time, I've averaged about 10 pounds a month, but let's just talk about the first month. So I was pretty shocked at how much weight I have lost. But again, that's a combination of drinking water. When I say drinking water, I'm drinking um, my based on my body composition at the time, which was I was 274 pounds when I started. So I had my bottle of water that told me what times like I need to drink this each section by, and I did that. And I was very proud of myself. I was like, okay, I was super happy. Started to go to YouTube and figure out like, hey, like what else do I need to do on this journey? And that's when I found a community of people. So maybe somebody was already like in maintenance stills, but I went back to the beginning of their journey and I started reading about how was their experience on 2.5, what did they experience when they first took their shot, and shot locations, right? So I can tell you for one, for my shot location, because that's very important. Shot location, I actually shot in my leg, in my right leg first, and I shot in my left leg. Then I shot in behind the arm, and a shot in my right arm, then my left arm, because they tell you to rotate your shot locations. I was like, okay, let me rotate my site locations. Let me let me do what the box is telling me to do. So that was my first month. So when you go check out my 5 milligram video after this one, you'll get to see what my experience was on 5 milligrams. But for my 2.5 milligrams, it was perfect. Thought that every site location for me worked perfect. I alcohol it all the time. I properly followed the instructions on the box, and then I held it against my skin, and I injected myself. Um, that is was my total experience on 2.5. I actually love 2.5.